Hey you. Glad you decided to show up. So, did you manage to get the ingredients I asked for? Oh, most of it was pretty simple. A bit of hunting, some foraging, going through the forest. But my duties at the guild keep me pretty busy, as you know, so I don't always have time to go and get them. Oh, you even managed to get the S-class ingredient? I sent you a couple of different options because I knew this one would be pretty lucky. We are going to be eating so well today. Right, let me just put my apron on. It's little habits I get into. I know you can't technically spill anything on yourself here, but it helps me get in the mood, you know? Alright, chop the onions, potatoes, veg. You're okay with stew, right? Cool. So, cut the meat into chunks. To tell you the truth, I do miss the ritual of cooking. Just tapping it and having it instantly transform is cool and all, but there was something therapeutic about cooking back home, you know? And the more time you put into a recipe, the more tasty it felt at the end. I don't know. It's silly, but I hope that if we get out of here, I'll be able to cook you something for real. Anyway, enough about that. Let me get this all in the pot. Add some water, of course. And set the oven to go. Now, wasn't that easy? You really haven't leveled up your cooking skill at all, have you? Even though it's been almost 2 years? Were you like that in the real world, too? I bet you were one of those college students who lived off ramen or something. Anyway, just don't always rely on me to cook you tasty food, okay? I won't always be about to be your personal maid. But anyway, how are you feeling about today's boss battle? We've been going through the floors quite quickly recently. It almost makes me nervous about what's ahead. No matter how successful we are, we always end up losing a couple of good people. I always get the butterflies. What about you? I hope this one is relatively straightforward, but I guess it's the fear of the unknown, you know. You too, huh? It's a lot of pressure. I understand. It's okay. Just take deep breaths. You know how important breathing is when you're fighting, right? You have to get enough oxygen to the right muscles. Otherwise, they won't function. Maybe it works a bit differently in here, but I always find that breathing properly helps my nerves too, and lets me focus. You're gonna do great. I believe in you. And if we work together, I know that we can keep everybody safe. Now, even though I officially encourage you as a guild leader to try your best in your training and devote yourself to clearing the floors as quickly as possible, I just want to ask if you've been getting out enough. You know, every time we reach a new floor, I dedicate about a week to simply exploring, seeing what the new floor has to offer, and taking a bit of a break. I know everybody is desperate to get back to the real world, but sometimes it's good to find things of value on the journey. We are in this for the long haul, and every floor up is just gonna get a bit harder. I don't want you to be burnt out. You know, on floor 47, there's this amazing forest of giant flowers. It's not something you could ever see in the real world. As much as all of this is wrong, I think there's a lot that this world we're imprisoned in has to offer. And while we're stuck here, we might as well make the most of it, right? With all of that in mind, I have a little proposal for you. Once we beat this boss, I want to go on a little trip with you. Of course, it would be nice if we could take the trip on the new floor, but that depends entirely on what that floor is. Nobody's seen it yet, and I don't think I could in good conscience take you on a little vacation to a lava-infested wasteland. No, if the new floor is unsuitable, I'll just take you to one of the little spots I've discovered in the floors below. But regardless, you need a break. You've been looking tired lately, carrying the burdens of others. It's not fair, and I will do everything in my power to look after you the same way that you look after everybody else. All right? It's not a request. This is a command from your superior. So there. Seems like my stew's done. Okay, let's take this out and ta-da! I made sure to add extra nutrition so that we would both feel great for the battle. It's got some stat bonuses as well. Right, I'll dish this out. Did you want some bread as well? I have a fresh loaf. Okay. And butter. So weird that you don't need a knife to spread it. Here we go. Let's sit down at the table. No, you try it first. I want to see your face tasting an S-class ingredient. Your face just lit up like a kid in a candy store. For me, it's an experience that's worth all this fighting. And with that said, I'm gonna have a bite. Oh, that hits the spot. Would you like something to drink? I have water or green tea. Green tea could help settle the nerves, and it improves your metabolism as well. You don't want to feel bloated for the fight. Okay, I have some brewed up here with some jasmine. Jasmine green tea is super delicious, but also the smell helps to calm your nerves. It's aromatherapy. To tell you a secret, I always have jasmine green tea before a big fight. I can't fight without it. So there, you know my weakness. Now, let's dig in, shall we? We don't have too long left until we have to start heading off. I'm glad I got to spend this time with you, though. Enjoy the food.